my hand actually feels lighter than it did earlier. It's like
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Deb.
quite interesting. I think we might have a past life connection. Phil, right? Phil is your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we might know each other from a past life. It's quite interesting.
See how that goes. Just see. I've tried to draw it out and tried to put violet flame in it. Tried to transmute it. If you go on a meditation, Nikki Sutton, past life removal or repair of souls. See if you need a repair. That's what I'd recommend. I'm not sponsored by it, so just try that. And just see how that goes. Yeah.
What about the other ones?
How does it feel around Jan now? How does Jan feel?
It feels lighter. I think when we were connecting through hands, it felt much lighter, and the mole is still there. The mole hasn't gone, but
yeah, it won't just go. But I'm trying to see. I'm trying to block. It's as though it's like a portal to entities. It's a bit weird. I've never met that before.
Okay. So you mean it's on my right hand? So in my culture, it's considered positive to have a mole on your right hand, but I don't know whether it's actually positive or not. It looks weird, that's for sure. I mean, it's kind of strange.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I was having quite a lot of pain while I was in the other group, and that's why I clocked the hand. Just something that wasn't normal there. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Deb, I mean, there are many people in the room, so maybe you could start the session for everyone else as well, and get back to me when you feel the time
to the other ones right now, but I wanted to start this group and explain what's going on. So I want to welcome everybody and thank you for joining us today. Rick and I did hukalos earlier until right before the beginning of this, and Gudiyama is joining us from the hukalo group. We were doing healing for the last 2 hours, healing or past lives, and I asked him to join us here so we could complete doing a healing on him. So he has 2 attachments, and we're going to remove the 2 attachments. And Phil was just taking care of the negative. There were negative entities that he had coming and going through a mole on his hand. So we wanted to take care of it, remove and do those together, Phil and I, and I. So he has got 2 attachments on his spine, and they're 2 little boys, but they're lost souls. So now we have Jesus. Jesus is here to help.
Jesus always helps. We say him so often. Jesus.
Suzanne, honey, can you mute for a minute?
Yeah.
Thanks, darling. Okay. I can't tell you their names because I don't understand what they're saying. They're not speaking English. Okay. You may feel some sensation in your back. All right. They're actually brothers. They died in a car accident. They died at the same time.
Okay.
4 and 6
Is
years
there a
old.
reason? Is there a reason why they've attached themselves to me? Is there?
They liked your energy. They were afraid. They didn't know where to go. They just liked you.
Okay. Are they human or
They're human.
are they?
They're human.
4 and
4 and
6.
6 years old. They're little boys. They were 2 brothers.
Okay. Okay.
They just didn't know where to go, and they just jumped on your back. They're.
And is this recent or is it?
Pardon?
Recent.
Has it been a very long time since they've been attached to my energetic field?
3 years.
3 years. Oh.
So
Okay.
not that long.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think I can see 2 images of young boys. Um, they're quite small, like, you know.
4 years old and 6 years old.
I think I saw the 4-year-old boy, very young boy.
Okay, they've gone to the light. The repair on your back is being completed.
So that actually explains why I've been feeling very childish for the last 2 or 3 years, like excessively childish and almost like an infant. So this could be the reason for that, you know.
A lot of things for that. They wanted to apologize to you, and they are gone. Your back should be healed, and you are all set. And Phil, you took care of the other part of it, and
It actually feels better. Thank you very much. Actually,
you're welcome.
I do feel better.
You're welcome. Okay, so you're free to stay for the rest of the webinar. And I want to thank everybody for your patience.
Okay.
We're ready to begin.
Yeah.
Hello, Nilesh. It's good to see you.
God, I'm like right in the sunshine.
Hi,
So
Darren.
cute.
See you, everybody. Wendy, Juliet.
Hi. The sun is like glaring in my face. I'm like, woo, stay back. Oh gosh.
Okay, we are recording this on our computer here. Can go live onto YouTube. So let me do that. All right, I'll just upload it later. Okay, now do we have any questions? Let's see how we're doing here. Yes, Rhonda, I did start the recording. Let's see, the energy. Hi, Kath. Everybody can jump in now. Let's see, explain the two different changes in sensation.
Sorry, hi Deb, I have my mic off. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hi, Victoria, long time no see.
Mhm.
Abby, you said you saw other attachments. I didn't see any more than that. You're on mute.
Yeah, I just felt the back before because I was the empath of me connecting to his energy, but I could feel it in the back and it was moving around. And then I felt it in my right knee also. And then as you were removing from the back side of him, I could feel the different heaviness and the pulling, like they were wanting to stay. So they were trying to not detach, but then I still felt it in my right knee. So I didn't know if there was possibly something else just for him to pay attention to.
So I think that might be right actually, because I do have some irritation and some pain in my in both of my knees. I'm not sure why. I'm very young, so it's not an age-related thing. So it could be something. I'll definitely watch out for that. So thanks for pointing it out.
Yeah. You can always connect with us, Sudayama.
Do you get pain in your knees with stress?
I'm not sure. It happens when I'm not moving at all. Actually, it happens when I'm sitting down, and I just feel this pain in my knee. So it's related to not being active, maybe. Not very sure. Yeah, that's something I'll definitely watch out for. So thanks for pointing it out. Actually.
You're very young. Yeah, you shouldn't be feeling that. Hi, Lily. It's good to see you.
Hi, Deb. Yeah, it's been a long time no see. Yeah, I attended a mediumship course since September, and we ended yesterday.
Good for you. It's really good to see you. Hi, David.
So my evenings are now vacant and attend.
Right.
I saw your invitation. Thank you for inviting.
Welcome. Hi, David. Hi, Lydia. Hi, Celia. Hi, Pam. Hi, Darren. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Juliet. Zach, I already said hello to Suzanne and Diane and Elena. Okay, where's the questions? Can Phil explain how to heal twin flame separation? That's from Nilesh.
I love you, brother. Come on, answer my question.
Right, twin flames, I don't actually think they're romantic, but just say they are romantic. You've got to cut the cords. And how you can do it is you can visualize, because you're good at that, Nilesh, visualize a life with your twin flame and grow old together. Pretend you've got kids together. Grow old, you're in your 60s, 70s. So you've got to visualize your life in one meditation. And at the end, you die and then cut the cords. Then you've got a new life. That's how I used to do it anyway.
I thought twin flames were, I thought twin flames are your one, like one egg. And
yeah, they're not normally romantic. Normally your soul flames are normally romantic. Yeah.
So I mean, I didn't think it was a romantic relationship. You're like,
yeah,
family.
It's only your soulmate. But if you go through the procedure of a life with the person that you can't break, and then break at the end, and then start again, have a new life. Pretend you're creating a new life. Yeah. But yeah, normally it's soulmates are normally like that. Twin flames are very rare. They're normally like
not twin flames.
Yeah, twin flames are normally brothers and sisters, or brothers and brothers. When your soul was created, you normally have maybe 50, 20, but they're all like your twin flames. Yeah. Does that help?
That's very cool.
Yeah,
you know what? I've never seen it in that way before. Like visualize it, like kind of getting all together. I mean, the fact that you didn't get all together is a bit of a strange thing, but you know, it's cool. I like it. I think it's worth for people to know that is another form of way of doing it. So
yeah. I think they did it on Doctor Who many years ago. So that's how I did it.
I have a question for Nilesh and you. Rick and I have the same higher self. Why is that?
What was that? Sorry.
Rick and I have the same higher self. Why is that?
Because there is no separation in the human 3D concept, right? We see separation. There is no separation. The idea that actually you've had a relationship with your brother, your sister, your son, your daughter is quite, in some ways is a barrier, but also quite repulsive to us as human beings. But as a vibrational being, it's just another form of creation, and there is no separation. Of course, you are Rick, Rick is you. There is separation on that. There is an individuality in regards to your vibration that is you, but there also is the connectedness, the one consciousness that is you as well. So it doesn't surprise me that you both have the same higher self, that you maybe with a little bit of tweaking here and there. Because the thing is, what you need, Deb, and what Rick needs are two separate things, because you're both on your individual journeys and you're both on your individual path. So the advice you'll be given will be very different. But why can it not come from the same source? I mean, we see Father, don't we?
Yeah.
We go to Father for lots of things. Isn't Father just one source?
Yeah.
There you go. That's my take on it. What's yours, Phil?
I think you join together to work together. It's like a job, not just a soulmate, but it's also a career, a spiritual career. That's what I think.
And the reason we know this is because he woke up and our higher self was across both of us.
Laying across us.
Laying across both of us.
Yeah.
When we were sleeping. And it's a female.
Yeah, male and female, and the same sex. That'd be a bit odd if you were the other way around.
Yeah. And the angels were all dancing the other night in our room.
Yes. Mother Mary was one of them. Mother Mary.
They're dancing.
They were
now.
dancing.
I think they're dancing because we're getting close.
Okay, I have to ask, what does Mother Mary look like while she's dancing? Is she in a robe?
It was all black, which she was wearing, dark hair, a very young version, I'm guessing. That's the way she came across, at least what I saw.
Cool. Thanks.
Well,
It's Don, I didn't connect with YouTube, and what he kept telling me my password was wrong. I don't have enough energy right now to fight with it. So the YouTube link, I'll upload the recording later to YouTube. All right. Sorry. I am recording it on my computer. If anybody else wants to record it too, I can give you permission.
Do you want to let me have permission?
I'm gonna make you co-host. You will be able to do that.
How do I record?
It should give you permission.
It says, please ask the host to give you permission.
Me too, me too.
I'm not sure if I'm recording it now.
No.
You already did.
Right, I think it is. Ah, yeah.
Look, it's not giving
So
me.
is it?
Ask me. Well.
Yeah.
Mine's recording, Deb.
Oh,
Is this going on YouTube afterwards then, in case the blank yellow?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not hard to upload to YouTube. All right.
Next question.
Wendy wants to know if are you able to discuss white earth magic?
Yeah.
Cool. So I have had or overheard conversations about white earth magic, and it's kind of come up that I should like look into it. So I'm kind of wondering exactly like what is the basis of it and how is that being used for like raising vibration or healing, or is it more just grid work, or what exactly is there to know? Give me your insights.
You can do white earth magic for anything. It's magic, but making sure it's a good path. You're making sure that you are using it for good. So you can do it for grid work. And grid work's good to do earth magic. You can heal earth with earth magic. I think you connect into the crystalline earth by using crystalline earth to do what earth magic basically. So using the energy of the earth. Yeah.
Cool. And then how are you turning that around? Are you using it for, I mean, from my point of view with the healing, I feel like it's like pulling in and like just using that kind of universal energy. So maybe it's one more aspect to universal energy.
Use it as a tool when you need it. You can use it for anything. It doesn't need just to be healing. It's just a tool. It's like an astro tool. It's not more like a human tool. So when you're an astro, you can use earth magic better then. Yeah. Does that help?
It helps. Does anybody else have a question on that? Does that lead to other thoughts on it?
How do you know about earth magic?
It's come up in my sessions. So,
Right.
I mean, as you know, they keep giving me all these tools and I have to keep learning. So it's a progressive growth for, you know, it's the next step.
I wouldn't call it white earth magic. I'd just call it earth magic. And you're not using the universe energy, you're using the earth to create the various magic items, if you know what I mean. Various magic from the earth. And normally it's from the crystalline earth. So it's like where the underworld is, go lower than that, and you're channeling it, and then you can create it and channel it, and you can heal earth with it, you know, like a cycle. Or you can use it to heal the grids. You can you heal either one of the three grids, the atmospheric grid, the solar grid, and the crystalline grid. So What would you think you'd want to use it for?
Well, actually, not necessarily that I wanted to. I think I just did. I ended up doing some work with a friend of mine who works with crystal skulls as well, and we ended up kind of just taking and awakening a grid. And I mean, it was like 30 different locations we went through. So I think I was just doing it without really understanding what I was doing, which that happens a lot with me. But that's yeah. So that's why I was kind of curious about it. It just felt it felt like it, like you said, it's like a tool, and I just wasn't sure about it, and it's come up that I should be like learning about it. So that's why I'm asking. Yeah.
I feel like you're being given it by an aspect of you haven't met yet. 7th, 8th dimension. Try and channel her. Yeah. And once you channel her, she'll tell you how to use it best.
Okay. All right.
Chris, I would say grid work, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
atmosphere grid work, not the grid work outside, in the
right.
But the solar grid work.
Right. And I know that I've been doing like grid work out in the etheric with the galactics. I just, it's like, it's in my awareness, but it's not in my knowledge, if that makes sense. So it's like knowing you have third eye and not having sight. So you might have auditory abilities, or you might have like the ability to see auras, but not necessarily like see visions with your third eye. So, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm like, I know it's coming. They keep telling me it's coming, but it's just not here yet. So
when you connect to your higher aspects, your third eye will work better, and you'll have what do you call it, mind's eye better. So you'll have a better mind's eye.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Kath has a question. She's on behalf of Phasar, who is not able to link with this call. She is known as Talks with Many in the Native American world. She said the dragons are very excited and chatty at the moment, and says we should be starting to remember our dragon lifetimes. Her question is, does Phil have a question for the dragons? She can connect with them and will let us know their answer.
Is that Victoria? Is that?
That's Kath.
Kath.
It's on behalf of Fazar. So yeah, basically she's saying that she can talk with them a lot, and she said they're very much around us at the minute. So if there's any questions we want her to seek out, she can.
I actually connect to dragons as well.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. You can actually do dragon language, which is amazing. Don't ask me.
Yeah, I know how it sounds. Yeah, Wendy does it as well, I think.
Yeah. A question for dragons. Yeah, you could ask them what's their job here for. I know, but it's a good question.
Okay, I'll pass that on to her and I'll let you know what she says. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
It's just, I think at the minute we're all becoming aware of our own individual dragons, or the purpose of dragons around us. It's just, and I think for me personally, the elemental world is coming alive more as well. Like when I go into a forest or wood, I'm able to see more elementals than I've ever been able to. So it feels like the veil between worlds is changing, or perceptions are it's like a radio band that's getting wider. We can perceive more.
I've used dragon fire energy. Yeah,
you have,
yeah, it's like a magical energy, and it's good for when the pain is unbearable, but you can actually hold it and it doesn't feel hot. It's good for healing. Excellent feeling, actually. It's excellent feeling, like a miracle healing.
Okay. Right. Okay. So what, you would direct it to an area and call the dragons in, or?
No, I just direct the energy. You don't need the dragons in that. The energy from them will come in. What you can do is you can actually wrap yourself like a ball and then channel dragon fire into your hands, and then put it into the area that needs some sort of like miracle healing in a way.
All right, that sounds interesting. Thank you very much, Phil.
Okay.
Celia asks, how do you find your twin flame?
How do I define my twin flame?
Yes, how do you find your twin flame?
Sophie gave me my twin flame. So you normally, you don't look for it, they just appear, and normally it's a third party that directs you to it, and they have all your keywords and your codes and everything, and completely can change your way of thinking, to be honest. So Sophie got my twin flame.
So not necessarily in the romantic way. It's like a twin flame can be anyone.
Twin flame is like part. It's like when your soul was created. It's like your brother or sister. It's like a connection from when your soul was being made. So they tend to come into your life when you need help, when you need codes, or when you need. I needed emotional release. My heart was blocked, and it's been blocked since time I was on my own, when I got like a little semi-curse, so I needed it unblocking, and she gave me 2 words and it unblocked me, and I was very emotional for about an hour, and then I completely changed the way I was thinking afterwards. So it's like a blockage. She helped me when I needed to unblock my blockage. Yeah. So they're there to give you codes and keys to help you, and you're there to likewise to do it for them. And I've never been through it, and the keys that she gave me ended up starting an awakening, and it went for 3 weeks, and anyone who knows me knows I've completely changed to what I was 6 months ago. But I needed that, to be honest. I was very self-centered, very egoistic, and keys removed all that. But she was there to give me, but Sophie was one who connected to me. I actually didn't like her when I first met her. I couldn't stand her, but I didn't know why. I've never had that feeling to anyone. And then when I connected, we got talking, and all of a sudden we started telling our secrets, you know, the secrets of our early life, even past lives, when she cut my head off in a past life on Orion. So we started telling our deepest secrets. And then afterwards I started apologizing for any hate I did for any of my family members, and it was very emotional. And I've realized now that your bones become lighter, you become lighter if you love everyone. You don't have any bad feelings for anyone, and that's what she was there to bring me into, this better state, basically. Yeah, I think that answers your question.
Or you can be like me, and you don't. My twin flame is not incarnated in this lifetime. Mine is not. I chose to not have my twin flame incarnated.
And for me, my my best girlfriend, who, I mean, we considered ourselves sisters growing up. You know, I knew her from my early high school days, and known her all my life, but only just this year in September discovered that she's my twin flame. And I ended up helping her to hit her ascension point. And during one of our sessions, when her higher self was telling me like the relationship between us, I was asking, well, you know, why is she my twin flame? Like, what makes her my twin flame? And they said that she has what I don't have, and I have what she doesn't have, and the two of us together are whole. So that was so that's for us. That's my experience. Yeah, definitely, it's not a romantic relationship, but it's definitely a deep, strong love relationship. I mean, I would do anything for her, you know, anything. So if you're able to, you know, heal that relationship and get it to that point. But I mean, look, it took us, you know, 40 years to make that discovery. So dang it, would have been nice if it was earlier, but you know, it is what it is, if that helps.
What was strange, when this twin flame left, another twin flame I met, and that's David Starr. Hi David, if you should be on here. So it's quite strange how when one goes, the other one comes in. And these are like brothers and sisters from when my soul was born, those ones. I even remember it, so that's how far I can go back.
But can anyone see who your twin flame is?
Can anyone
Or
see?
is it something that you feel when it comes?
It's what they say to you. What they say to you is like, it's got its energy. It doesn't matter what the words mean, it's the energy of what they're saying to you. And all of a sudden you start getting, as they're giving you keys, you're starting to open doors, and all of a sudden you see past lives, and you see them with you in a past life. And all of a sudden you realize that half your past lives have been with them, or not half of them, but a lot of them have been with them in different formats.
Thank you.
To answer that question, if you don't mind me stepping in, I have had many visuals of my twin flame, not only in the energetic form, the human form in past incarnations. And when the connection is there, my twin will actually come to me. I can feel his presence holding me. He actually embraces me. So I mean, it's real. It doesn't necessarily have to be male, because you're so could have so many split up so many times, or have multiple twins and stuff like that. So it could be any. The idea of having this twin flame ascension being happening at this time between now and 2024 is because we're in a shift, and there's a lot of people who are shifting and needing that balance of energies. So the male, divine male, and female energies will be coming in and connecting to anyone who's in alignment for that, who's ready to receive. And it is just, it's way more than that. It's also on the physical. It's also, how you address the tree of life, and all the energy vortexes and chakras and stuff that comes in. And it's just like, it's really much more than just a male and a female coming together. And chances are likely they won't come together in terms of the physical. It's more the energetic for the time being. For two souls to come in incarnated at the same time is really rare. Not saying it doesn't happen. And usually one is usually on a higher realm, or a higher state of consciousness, and the other one is usually just beginning. And so the twin flame do have times where they unite and they separate. Unite and separate. They keep going through stages until they're ready for the final completion. And that's basically when the actual final completion is actually at 33 dimension. So that's really way, like, way out there for the normal person, or for the experience that they can gain. So people should really not dwell upon this, because soulmate connections and soulmate relationships, frankly speaking, are actually more comfortable than the twin flame, because it's very energetic. You have that magnetic pull from the divine female and the electric from the male, and you guys are being drawn together. And it is so repulsive. It is so hard to manage. It's human energetically not possible unless you two are in the same frequency. I mean, it will rip you and shred you to pieces. That's basically how it was for me, because when I went through my twin flame and my twin flame is in the physical, one of them is. And I had to literally, it was just too much for me. It was 24/7, and he was in my energy field. We were melded. We were literally melded together. I could see his thoughts. I could feel his thoughts, and I could know what he's doing. I could see his visions. I could see what's going on with him any given time. And so, it's something like that that really, we don't need that at the moment if you're not ready for it. So really, don't fret on it. The more you think and dwell on it, the more you're scared that connection. And it is something for us to cherish, because we shared a lot of incarnations together, our divine twin and us, and well, many higher soulmates. But it's about just finding yourself, being that part of you that's missing, that you want to fulfill, and you want to be whole in that aspect. And it's not just your divine twin, you're looking at your higher selves as well. There's many aspects of your higher self that you have to integrate as you evolve upward. So take whatever you get. Energetic, don't be greedy. All higher selves, all twin flame experiences, connections, take everything, embrace it, love it, including your dark shadows. And find that balance. When you really are complete and whole and you have self-mastery, you don't need that male twin. If referring to you being female, you don't need that. You don't need that connection like you do now when you're in the separation. It's not. It's just there to remind you of who you are and bring you forward to to help you with this session.
Can I say something about that, Victoria? Now, at the beginning, I knew the aspect was Merlin, and then slowly I get the keys and everything like that, and then I connected to Ascending Master Atlantis, and I thought that was it. Then I got connected to Raphael, and I thought that was it. And only recently I've got my highest aspect, which I can't believe I went any higher, and that was a crystal source being, and that is feminine. All the others were male, but my highest being is actually female. And that was so magical that I've just felt, oh, I've got to the top. But I didn't expect that was the top. You just go slowly, and then if you're not looking for it, it finds you. And once you get lighter, once you get the keys, once your bone structure gets lighter, and once you release all the stresses of every life you've ever had and everything, you start meeting these aspects, which can be very magical experiences. Yeah.
Now that you mentioned Merlin came by not long ago, so it was quite interesting.
Victoria, you have the next question.
Okay, yeah, I haven't been around Zoom and haven't shared many of my experiences, so there's something interesting that came about a little while ago. It's with the Divine Council of Seers, and I don't know if Malish is here. Questions for both of Malish.
Yeah, I think he's gone.
He just had to run at a time like this when I want to talk to him, because I keep missing his sessions too. So I don't. Every time I have something I want to ask, I miss that chance to ask. So, okay, with this, I was in the void with the councils and all the creators there, and there were different. I'm looking on the board that is lit up like in the Matrix. Like basically, you're seeing this. The Matrix is inside the screen, and we are looking. Both sides are affecting the energies here by putting in their you call like what I mean by both sides is the light and the dark. Okay, and like we're talking about all the creations, so it's nothing really evil out there. It's just how we perceive it. And so I saw, they told me not to interfere. So I'm not allowed to interfere with the polarity and the game plan here on the planet. But they were shown, they threw in, let's say, a lion into that realm, because this is basically that open space there, that lit up space is the Matrix. And so this is the void looking in, and they are doing what they can, that when the Lionsgate portal open up, they send in the lion's energy. So it's like a program they put together. So I was wondering, do you have any experience with them?
With the higher beings?
Well, I guess you could call them that. They are, they're like Divine Council of Overseers, which I don't know if you might have a different name for it. However you want to call them. But yeah, did you get any experience like that?
I've had an experience on the Crystal Universe with them, where me and David went there, and it was very magical. They actually gave us some gifts to bring to the crystalline earth to energize it.
And me too.
But yeah, I forgot about that.
Thanks.
Did you come as well?
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I see where I stand.
I thought you'd gone by then, sorry.
Yeah, I was just a silent partner.
I would go into the higher realms, and when I do, they would be gifting me all the time. I was taken to more like I took someone to Shasta, and one of the guardians there gave us each a box. It's a wooden box to open it, and my friend got what we call a thing that looked like a shrine item, probably for incense, but it's kind of like it looked more like not your typical shrine thing, but looked more like a doll of some sort, like they carved it with wood. And so, it could be an animal figure or something like that, but it was more like human. And so I didn't get that kind of stuff. I didn't get anything that would, because I don't need that. They give you what you need. And then when I opened my chest, this is right before the portal, I was going to bring this friend of mine out. And when I opened my chest, I got this huge frequency boost that took me sky high up there. It was like, oh my God. It was because I'm not always taking care of energies. I'm not maintaining it. You know what I mean?
To be able to go there, your vibration must be very high. To be able to visit them, because if you started having an awakening, started doing it, you can't. It's too high. It can burn you out. So
I'm okay with that. I've been through the void. I've been through I stopped breathing and went through all that already. So but it's amazing because every time I bring someone up there, went up to heaven, went up to one of the etheric temples, and I took them up there, and we went to. There was different things. Remember, I'm guiding this transmission, so I'm taking them to places I want to go to, and so one of the things that we entered the room, I told them there's this is a studio of art. You can create whatever you want in this room. One of them did painting, the other one did sculpturing and stuff like that. So it's different things. So they're creating something for themselves while they're up in heaven or in that space. And so we went into, I took them into a room where pick a musical instrument, you play whatever you want. So they played whatever they want. And so the final thing was outside in the garden. There's a tree and there are fruits on the tree. I told them, pick a fruit. And each one of them came back with a different gift because it depends on what they're needing and what they're looking for. One of them came back with a necklace, heart-shaped necklace. And I told them, this is for you to activate your higher heart. And it was gifted. And I told him to put it inside him. And he was able to do that and get more access to his higher heart and soul. The other person just wanted to open his heart, period. But his gift was basically, he said he didn't receive anything. And I told him, it's because you already opened your heart. So it depends on the intention going in and what they want and what they need, they can ask for. And they are supported by being gifted. And so, the experiences were quite overwhelming and very powerful, but it was really nice. But, I'm just telling people, you don't need to be afraid about always asking for things and always, wanting and demanding. Sometimes when you demand, you don't get it, you get upset. But when you're asking, you're almost like begging because you don't need to. What happens is you find that inner peace, you find that power, you raise your frequency high enough that you can access not only your soul gifts, you can basically demand for it. You can ask for anything. It will come to you, it will be given to you, because everything I ask for in my meditations and stuff like that, it comes through. And it has to come through energetically in another timeline or even another realm before this becomes accessible for you here on this plane.
I always think it's like a door. You open a door and you have access to that door, then you might have another door and you've got to do some tests or some things in this world, and then the other door opens, and all of a sudden, recently I met my highest aspect because I passed all the tests to that door.
The initiations are here, and they have always been here. It's just people are not aware about it. And we are going back to the ancient way. The masters, the rishis have mentioned that we need to bring back the old system of initiation into enlightenment. So this is not something that we are going to be able to just do overnight. So just have patience, and patience is one thing that humans have a problem with, you know what I mean? Because they just want to get it done, they just want to leave here, we had enough of Earth, we just want to keep going, right? And but you know what? Part of the journey is enjoying your time here and making the best of it. So it's important for people to not dwell not just on one topic, two topics, or anything. Dwelling itself, they don't seem, people don't understand that when you dwell, you add extra density and energy that is not necessarily good for you or good for the collective. But everything is under divine timing, even though we are co-creating it. At our time, many things are set in stone. Certain timelines are already set, and some certain timelines are available. But no matter what direction you pick and what obstacles you use, the timelines is set. So we are already on the way to ascension to 7D. From 5D to the 7D is our next shift on the planet. So everyone is being upgraded. Everyone will head towards there, whether you like it or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's happening.
Victoria, we got to go on. We've got questions, sweetheart.
Thank you.
All right, darling. Love you.
Thanks,
Okay,
Victoria.
Lily's got the next question. Her question is regarding cutting cords. She had cut a cord on a relationship, but it felt that this cord is very strong and elastic, but it won't cut off. Is this possible that some cords refuse to be cut? She's now thinking of using a blazing sword to cut it. She wonders if this would be a wise idea. She needs our idea on this, please. Thank you. Did I say that right, Lily?
Yeah, it's correct. I have a problem with this.
The way I asked Nilesh to go through a cycle of life, so the cord, what's the cord? A relationship cord?
Yes.
A relationship cord, yeah.
Yeah. How I would do it, if you're good at visualization, visualize the life with the person, and do it like take hours on it, meditate it, pretend you're with them, pretend you're growing up with them, pretend you're getting old with them, and then when you're just about to die, cut the cord, and then this life now is a new life. So you're actually going through the cycle of living and having the life. So you got all the memories in that visualization of a life with them, and then when you die, cut the cord, and then you're starting again. And it does work. It really does work. If you just cut a cord, it's hard to cut because you haven't got that feeling of what would happen. You always think inside it could get back or something like this. Why don't you just pretend you're going through the life in a visualized, meditated state, and at the end of it, just slice the cord, and
I
then
sliced the cord.
and slice
And
the cord.
then
When you visualize you're dead, cut the cord, and then you've got a new life. You've had that life with them. Have a new one.
And he has to die first because I have to cut the cord.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Lily, you're an angel, right?
Yeah.
Lily's an angel.
Ah, right. You've got your own sword.
Your own sword, right?
Okay, I will do that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Let's see. Elena. You have a question about feeling. Do you want to say it yourself?
It's general question. Hi everyone. I was just like having these thoughts today, like collective discussion on when people are awakening and they're in the process of how you say rearranging everything around them, like their thought patterns, their furniture, every basic things, and suddenly they start feeling very lonely in this process because no one can understand them from the surrounding, like the 3D surrounding, when people are not awakening with them simultaneously. And it was just like a thought about that a lot of people are going through this right now, and it's what can I was thinking, how can we help in this process, like from the distance, sending good energy, good vibes?
I would say when I'm lonely, I go into meditation and I try and meet up with my inner child. I try and get friends with myself, basically. I try and have the event. You know, if you're lonely, why not just put an hour, 2 hour meditation on and meet your inner child. Yeah. Have you got any, Rick, Deb?
I have a child myself. She's 7, and it's very hard to stay in meditation for longer than 15 minutes. But yeah.
Connect with your inner child within.
Yeah, he's saying the child within yourself, not with your child, is not what he's saying.
I'm saying that meditation is hard thing to do right now.
Do it at night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
I am.
Yeah, and connect with you, and you know, with your child. Does your child like music? Dance with your child. Do play music, and music is such a soothing thing to do. For me, anyway, I love music, but there's nobody that can make you happy but yourself, even being around others. And I know with the spiritual community, when you wake up and you've got others around you that are not awake, it's hard. You feel like you're all by yourself in this because other people are traveling that journey with you. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes and no. It's like you're walking around a wall. People are like a wall because there's no communication. There's no forth and back exchange of energy. You know, people are asleep around you. It's normal. It's absolutely normal. You cannot expect everyone to be the same, but still, the awakened people, we have a lot of gifts like telepathy, exchanging energy, lifting up the vibe, everything, and going around these walls. It's like walking in a empty house, just walls around you. These are the sleep people that we cannot interfere with their sleepness because it's their own choice when they will wake up.
But you know that as you raise your vibration and as you keep your vibration high, you are affecting people 18 miles around you.
Absolutely.
So that as long as you're keeping your vibration high, you're affecting them. So keep that smile on your face. You smile out to them, that's what you're going to get back. Doesn't matter what they're doing. You're only responsible for you.
That's a good advice. That's a very good advice. Have happy thoughts. Happy thoughts.
The other thing,
Thank you.
You've got a 7-year-old child. Why don't you just play more with her? Let her be your friend. Yeah.
I do. No, I have a lot of friends. Don't get me wrong. It's just a general thing in my head that I had today about the loneliness. And I just think that discussing these subjects will help some people.
Well, you're doing the smartest thing. You're hanging out with us. What better
Absolutely. Yes. This is also a luxury for me. It's a luxury because working, like keeping up the vibration doesn't let me all the time have time for myself on such hangouts.
You have to come first, because if you don't take care of you, you can't take care of your child.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's for sure. That's
so
for sure.
You have to do this for you. That you have to make that a priority, so that if you're taking care of you, you can take care of her. Don't forget that, because my mother always put others before herself, and her health suffered for it. So you always think that you're supposed to forget yourself and take care of everybody else. That is the worst thing that was ever taught, and that is a cabal thing. Sacrifice yourself for others. That was so that you died.
Yes.
The other way around. Take care of you first.
Can I add something to that quickly?
Absolutely, please do.
There's something that we tend to forget as parents, as older siblings, or whatever we are, that we are the role model. So whatever example that we want to show, that you want the kids to grow up more powerful and more loving, compassionate, we first have to show that to them, that we love ourselves. And we tend to neglect that. So the best thing you can do for your child is not hold her hand, or his hand for that matter, and let them fall as many times as they need. But you just be there as loving and graceful and embrace each time they need you. But always show them that you are not powerful in the sense where you're embossing them and controlling their life, but to show them what mastery is.
Yes, it's like keeping the energy, like holding the space. It's also
you don't have to hold the space for your child. Your child's energy is already way up there. It's a matter of bringing her or him, awakening himself or herself to their own light and mastery. Remember, they came in with a higher light quotient than we did. The crystals, rainbows, and diamond children are here, not to include the hybrid. So encourage them to spiritually awaken and find themselves more. Connect back to their soul. That's basically the best thing you can do for them.
I say something.
Sure.
When I have them moments where I feel a bit lonely because my wife's died 5 years ago, we've got Aldery Edge, which is where Merlin is supposed to have been, and I used to just go up there with the dog, and then I used to connect with the trees, and then I didn't feel lonely. I had all the trees as my friends. It sounds weird. Find another spiritual path as well. Find another ability. Yeah. Why think, oh, I'm lonely? Why not find something else to occupy the mind that you're thinking? Is that okay?
Yep. Yeah. The going and just hugging a tree is amazing feeling.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Gives a lot of the energy you don't need. It gives it away, takes it away.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Mhm. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we have Bobby. To the question on behalf of her 18-year-old son, Zach, he told her about two beings that came to him, Renok and Vurik. I'm wondering if we know any more about them and what they told her son. You getting anything on Renok and Vurik?
What did they say anything to
They did. He actually sent me a message and was kind of excited about it and wanted to ask me about it, but I hadn't heard of them. And I can tell you what, I can read what he wrote about them if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay. He says, I figured out a small part about my energy now. It isn't my own energy, but it is at the same time. It happened since I have evolved, in their words. And also I needed this for a huge awakening that's about to happen. Anyways, this new energy is because of two beings, Renok and Vurik. Renok is like a larger, slender white wolf with red lines around his eyes and his eyelids. Vurik is this being that's solid red, but all there is his upper body. He's huge, like he's ripped, muscular, huge. So the way it is now, my energy is now split down the middle. The left half is Renok and the right is Vurik. If I embrace Renok's energy, it's super warm, like a super high body heat, like a wolf. If I embrace Vurik's energy, it's cold and solid. They've been together for years, apparently, like thousands upon thousands of years, like they've never separated. Also, I am able to merge both sides. However, they said it's hard to control and isn't recommended. So he was just found that out in a meditation. My son's been very connected and I've always been open with talking with him about his ability to connect. So I wanted to be aware of who is actually connecting with him so I can help him through his journey too when he has questions, but I've never heard of them before.
I'm not getting a good feeling about it. Wrong. I'm getting I'm not sure what you're getting, but I'm getting a very, very heavy feeling in my chest. It's dark. I'm sorry, Bobby.
My son has a lot of ability to connect. There has been some things that I have seen influenced him very easily, where I've had to cleanse him and Reiki him and detach things in that nature. We've had a lot of ups and downs in me trying to help him through his awakening. He's very, very powerful. He's very, very connected. So he's got a lot of things drawn to him.
I think he's connected to the Andromeda system. And I think these two might like his energy, his Andromeda energy. And it's a very high vibration, a lot higher than a normal human's vibration. And I think they're attracted to his vibration, so they've gone friendly with him. Yeah, so I'd be careful.
Yeah, I feel like, because I've shared before his photo, like he has a fractal, he has a lot of resemblance in the Jesus features, but I feel like he's very connected with him. Also, I was, when my conception with him, I was told I was never be able to have children. And I actually conceived him against a lot of different preventative measures and a lot of physical doctors and validation that I wouldn't be able to have children. And
Well, my granddaughter was told she would never have children either, and she has a daughter. So I mean,
and yeah, his conception, like the house that we were in was a renovated church, so that kind of like and it kind of changed my life too, because I was in a dark place with that. But so I feel like, you know, he really was you know, a special mission and purpose to be here, and he's just always shown a very strong connection, and ever since he's, you know, been little. And I've seen in the past few years that he has some dark energies come around, and then that's when I was trying to help steer him clear of that. But he just brought this up back in July, so and he just turned 18 in July, so this was new, and he's never really spoke about these types of specifics about some other entities. So
I do feel he created the reason why you've had him. Basically, he did the work to make you conceive, basically. So he's got a job here, basically, quite a big job. I would be careful on these two, because I think they're attracted by his Andromeda energy. It's a very high vibration. Try and get him to heal you, and if you feel all prickly, he's got Andromeda energy.
we've been trying to work with that, because he's telling me, because have healing energy a lot, and so he says that he has connective energy, and he even told me about the recently he come to me about the golden light source energy and stuff. So he was getting energies to that, but he says, Mom, I have energy, and I can almost like manifest or create energy. He's like, but I can't heal. I need to have a lot of work on that. Can you work with me on that? And he feels like he's really disconnected from it, but he's very drawn to it.
So when beings want to connect with him, he can't just, he's got to be really careful.
Mm-hmm. I've talked with him about that. He knows that too. So he just was curious of like who these are, and then they're trying to attach to him.
The reason why he can't heal very well is he's blocking his healing because of these two around. So he's deliberately blocking himself. He doesn't know he's blocking himself, but he's blocking himself because these two will just take the energy basically. But he has the power to remove them.
Yeah, he has a very strong, he always talks about how he's always on guard and like trying to protect the household too. And he says it drains him so much. He used to talk about this all the time a few years ago about how he was always trying to keep all the bad things out, and it kept him drained so much because he was using so much of his energy all the time.
Bobby, it sounds to me like they're siphoning off his energy, and he needs to put a stop to that. He needs to say it. He needs to, he needs to make those decisions. So you and I can chat offline about that. I know we've been talking about some other things. So yeah.
The other thing is he's probably using his own energy too much. Channel the energy. You don't have to use his own all the time.
Yeah, he hasn't figured out how to use like universal energy. We talk about universal energy, but it's a skill. It's kind of like when we were doing spoon bending. It's learning how to collect that energy, bring it in, and then put it back out. So it's a skill set. And I mean, he's young. So and to have that much power and not have guidance, I mean, it would be great. I think if he can maybe join the group sometime and just like get additional guidance, you know what I mean? Like join on one of these calls and just, listen. And he's already got the interest for it. So that, maybe this is already his point to say, hey, this is the beginning of my starting of my journey. So like really starting it, learning how to protect himself, protect his aura, protect his field, not let, vampires, siphon, attach cords to him, sending his own energy out or using his own energy. And I mean, that was and I literally had to go on that same journey a year ago. So, I mean, because I'm like on a fast track too, and maybe he's on the same kind of a treadmill, fast track, run.
Right. I mean, I try to talk to him about all that because I'm very open with him and about learning how to ground and protect, because I have a lot of things drawn to, around me. And so I'm sure he knows how to do that. And he was very good at that too at one point. But I think because it's coming from Mom and he got into those teenage years that, he'll listen. And like if someone else says exactly what I say, then he's like, oh, okay. But if it comes from Mom,
right? Yeah.
They have a hard time kind of grasping hold of that concept. So.
What you could do is ask him, just by intent, to have a blessing off the goddesses of the underworld, which is the light side, the white side, and they'll get rid of these two. I'll just clear them out. So.
Thank you. I just wanted to get everyone else's opinion. So, because I can see kind of the duality there of them coming in. So I wanted to see if
what you've got to think of is he's getting drained and he's got two like invisible friends. Why is he getting drained? And it's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah. I think they've been with him for a few, like around him, but I think they were just became, you know, comfortable enough that they finally revealed themselves, their true selves to him. So
that's too bad. It's probably to their detriment that they brought themselves up into vision, because now they're going to be gone.
It reminds me of a fox. Foxes do that, don't they? Make themselves invisible on the prey and slowly wingle in. So they do sound wrong. And if you want, I can astral travel tonight and see what I can do.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I think that was the last question.
The last question.
Anybody else? That's it. Oh, Wendy, you're on mute.
Yeah, hang on one second. My son has a question. Here, just sit down. They've met you before.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
I have a cough. It's really bad.
So ask your question.
Can my cough go away?
Healing?
For healing.
Okay. Rick, you want to stand? What's your first name?
Alex.
Alex, okay.
What's the question? You want some healing?
He wants healing, yeah.
Okay. Right. What I'm doing, I'll put my hand out. The other hand is a tuning hand. Yeah, so I'm going to send it to you.
You didn't ask Mom. That you're gonna get more.
Hey, Alex, we went into your lungs and went into your sinuses and into your ears and into your throat. And Archangel Raphael over there did his healing as well. So I think you're pretty much taken care of there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Actually, I feel better already.
Drink a lot of water in the next couple of days, because it goes on for a few days.
Yeah, I definitely will. Thank you.
You've been zapped.
And it already feels better.
Good.
All right.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
All right.
For anyone watching this YouTube, I just didn't just heal one. I heal anyone who watches this YouTube can get a healing. I also gave awakening codes, so just see what happens.
Awakening codes are out there too.
I ended up doing some light language in the background. I don't know if you were able to pick that up on the mic or whatever, but it just kind of just showed up. It's kind of like I saw the hand, and all of a sudden it was like, boom, it like came through. So
Phil, I was going to say, I know that you were doing more for just him, because I could feel it in my chest, because you know how I've been sick for the past 3.5 weeks, and I still am, and I could just feel that heaviness being pulled into my, like, out of my chest, and I even like was coughing, you know, so I'm like, I'm getting it out. I'm like, thank you. Very good, thank you.
Yeah, if you want a second lot, just watch YouTube.
Anybody else?
We played a video of his hands like this non-stop, and you get healing 24/7.
Yeah, Debbie, I like to comment, Debbie, because you have healed me before for the pancreatic thing, and I asked my doctor for MRI, and then it showed in the MRI that there was an infection, but it is already healed. Yeah.
It showed that you had one.
It showed I had, but already healed.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I want to thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank Creator.
Thank you.
And He does all this through us. So
yeah.
And it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. I was really, when the doctor told me and he showed me, this is already healed. I said, oh, my mouth. Yeah, it's very nice. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for
letting
us know.
And Phil, when you just sent a healing for the son of Wendy, I have here, like it, like the stress, and then it falls out. Like
whatever anybody needs, it's Creator's amazing. He's gonna give you what you need, and all you have to do is accept it. Accept what He's giving you.
Yeah, thank you.
If you need it right now, He's telling me to tell you whatever you need right now, and He's going to give you the healing. Whatever you're feeling right now, if you're feeling something, He's telling you, ask for it right now. He's going to give you the healing immediately. And I've got goosebumps going all up in my head.
Yeah, and I actually would like to ask for
it silently to yourself, and He's going to heal you right this moment. Because He's here. He's here for you now. Creator's energy. You don't have to be embarrassed to ask for it. He's going to give it to you. You don't have to ask us. He's going to give the energies, because we're all together. It's very powerful. Raphael's energies here.
Then I ask for the healing of my throat.
Yes.
This has been bothering me for the last 20 months, and it's still here. And I have gone to doctors and have it x-rayed, have it ultrasound, I have endoscopy, there's nothing. And I don't know what to do with it. And I still have it.
Creator's saying, because you are always so timid. It's your chakra. It's your chakra.
Yeah, I have talked to and also last night, it's my chakra. There's something stuck in there. I have to, I don't know, voice it out or do something. My question is, what will I voice out? What there it is there. I can feel it. There's.
I've got an idea, Deb. Shall I show you mine?
Yes.
Put your hand out. Visualize a pill on the hand. Channel the universe energy to fix your throat. Roll it as though it's physical. Visualize it. Bring the energies in, and then take it and have a glass of water and drink it every day.
Oh, okay.
It's like a placebo, but it's an energy one. So you actually bring in the universe energy.
Universal energy, and I'll make a pill of it, a capsule.
Yeah, take about 5 or 10 minutes creating this pill in your hand. Yeah, you can bring source energy if you want into it, universe energy, but think of the ingredients that you need to actually fix your throat. So you can add these ingredients by channeling them, and then put it in your mouth, and then drink water. And then a real drink, a real glass of water.
A real water.
I've done that before, Phil, from your recommendation on that previously. It's amazing. It works. I mean, come on, this is Archangel Raphael telling you how to get a quick heal, right? So use his guidance and do it. It works.
Yeah.
Know that it
I'll do
works. Just like you just felt that healing that he gave you. That's, yeah, it's awesome. Thanks, Phil.
I'll do that. Thank you.
Don has this acid reflux condition that he's had for years. I've asked and received healing for this, but it always seems to return. Any solution? Creator said, yes, stop eating spicy food.
I don't know.
I like spicy food.
I'm sorry, that's what he said.
Oh my gosh. I'm just laughing so much because my mother has the same issue. She won't give it up. She's like, I love it. I'm sorry. I guess I just have to deal with this.
That's exactly what he said to me. Stop eating spicy food.
So Don, I'm going to make you something really spicy since you like spice. I was afraid you didn't handle it too well, so I toned it down. So I'm gonna send you something spicy.
He's coding. He's coding. He's putting this white coating.
Are over-the-counter medicines allowed on here? The reason I ask is that I've got acid reflux problems as well, but I solved it with an over-the-counter medicine. But it was a prescription before. But there's plenty of omeprazoles and things like that to take.
Really?
Absolute magic. Are we allowed to say that? I mean, does it have to be a spiritual answer?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, Don, you're in Britain, are you, Don?
Nope, I'm in North Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Right. Well, in Britain, there's a product called Nexium, Nexium. Now, I presume it's hit Canada.
Possibly.
The purple pill.
Yeah.
Well, too much chemicals on it.
Well, there you go. You see, that's why I asked. Are you allowed to have? You know, that's the answer then.
Okay. Well, I don't.
There's too many chemicals.
You can take the chemicals out spiritually, though. You could release them using energies.
Apple cider vinegar works a lot for acid reflux.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, no, so I should get a bottle of that for sure. Thank you,
Celia, how much apple cider vinegar are you using? Are you talking about a couple tablespoons or like a little shot?
I take a tablespoon in a glass of water.
Yeah.
And I take it in the morning, first thing in the morning.
My grandmother would drink it every single day.
Yeah.
She didn't have acid reflux, but that was just her go-to every day. And she lived to be over 100.
It's my mom. She's 96. She takes a tablespoon at night before she goes to bed, straight.
She never washed her face with anything but rose water. She had no wrinkles. And my grandmother had no wrinkles and never used water or soap on her face. Rose water for her face. Lady was unbelievable. Walked faster than I could.
I think I'm going to have to start that practice.
You know what I do at home? I don't use salad dressing. I just use either balsamic vinegar or apple cider vinegar.
Lemon juice, Victoria. I just started using lemon juice.
Whatever.
But my favorite is balsamic. But yeah, it's delicious with just lemon juice.
Because if you are, it's good prebiotic, or whatever you call that word. And
Probiotics.
Yeah, it's good for your gut, and it's good, to boost up your immune. Has a lot of benefits. I mean, it's so many I can't list off my head.
Davina needs a scan.
Well, anything fermented is a probiotic. It's good for the gut.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shall I tell you mine? I'm just trying to channel whether I'm allowed to, but I'll say it anyway. I create an entity from angelic light that eats acid, and then I put it in the area to eat the acid and relieve alkaline, and I have done that a few times to patients, but I don't tell them that much because everyone thinks entities are very dark and they're bad, but if you create it from angelic light and visualize it in your hand and then put it into the area, and as a life death program, so it doesn't overwhelm, you can do it that way. I wasn't sure whether I'm allowed to, but I've done it now, so there you go.
Okay. Davina, can you say something, please, so I can see, we can see you?
Hello.
There we go. All right, Davina wants Rick to scan her. She wants a healing. Going right to your back. Something going on with your hips. It was like a cyst or something in your lower back that was dissolved. It's on between one of your discs and your hips. Need adjusting. Yeah, going into your ovaries. Doing doing healing in your ovaries, and looks like there's really swollen. Really enlarged there. Almost like he's putting an ice pack on you. Does that feel better?
Yes.
Just doing it in your breasts as well. Okay. All right.
Thank you so much.
That's really cool. Deb, I've been in other Zoom sessions where I've experienced your healing on people, but for whatever reason, maybe because it's a smaller group, I was actually doing a lot of like transmuting, like clearing, like so assisting, even though I was like kind of like doing stuff on my phone, you know, because the focus of Divinia is on you and that healing was going, and Phil was, you know, kind of putting his energy out there too, of course. And I was just like, for me, energetically, it ends up being like breath work. It's almost like yawning and letting go. So I was moving that energy too. So I just wanted to let you know in case you see me making big yawns in the background. So yeah, that's it. But it's kind of nice because it's a very visual of, you know, energy being moved, and you can see it physically, like, you know, going through the body. So so when you go back and look, if you see me kind of yawning or hiding my face because I'm yawning, that's what that is.
Yeah, it's different for me because he shows me what parts of the body are getting healed, and shows me what he's doing, and sometimes it's scary. And in like past lives, sometimes it's like I asked him not to show me the blood and gore, like, you know, sometimes they'll show me when they get shot, or, you know, what's happening and how they lived, what lives they lived, things like that.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't want to know how, you know, sometimes they'll show me how they died, and at the beginning of it, I just didn't want to know. Like, I don't want to see that.
yeah, let's just get to the healing part where we're taking care of what happened.
Don't show me that, and they stopped. So okay, so I know they died at this. So tell me why they died, if they want to know that part. And some people don't want to know. So thank God.
Yeah.
Well, how did I die? Okay.
I don't want to see that, but here's what the words are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's something wrong with me because I do want to see it.
You're one of those.
Phil, I was going to say, I probably would not opt out for that, but, you know, I mean, it depends. I mean, sometimes it could probably be really gore, you know what I mean? But I don't know. That's never bothered me.
No, I have not had Rick scan me to find out what my past lives were. I don't care. Rick keeps saying, well, find out some more of my past lives. We just found out that he was
Doc Holliday.
Oh, Doc Holliday.
Oh, wow, cool.
One of my experiences, Deb, was I was doing someone's past life while I was healing them, and I went up to 800 AD. They were fighting France against Scotland, and I thought, I'm on an horse here, and then the person in charge asked me to charge, and I thought, I want to go back. I thought, am I in this scene? I thought I was using the eye mind, but no, I was in the scene. And I thought, would I end up being a coma in the healing room? I thought, I want to go back.
Of course, yeah.
I didn't know what had happened if I died in the scene doing astro, actually going back into his timeline. It was very weird. So I must have been part of his timeline, which was very crazy.
I've been brought back for people like to King Arthur's court. I've been brought back to Rome in the chariots and pirate ships, and of course the Wild West several times, and down to Lemuria, to Atlantis, and for a while there, I kept going to the London Fire of 1666, is it? Or 1660, I can't remember. I didn't even know there was a Great London Fire. Never heard of it until all these past lives. And the history, what they wrote about it, there were a lot more people that died in that fire than they said.
How many times do you do a past life and then you Google it? I do that all the time.
Afterwards, I've Googled it.
I've done that because I didn't know France and Scotland had a war in 800 AD until I thought, I'll Google that. I'll see if it's real or we got the year right, and I did.
Well, I did. I had someone do. And it wasn't Davina. It was someone else before her that does our channeling for us. He did one of those hypnosis with me, and he did one of my past lives. And I was George, a blacksmith, and I was a war of 1266 or something like that. And I didn't. He Googled it, and there was a war then. I was the only man in a village in somewhere in England. But I can't remember, but because it was like 3 or 4 years ago that he did this hypnosis on me, and I was the only man because I was 40 years old, so I was too old to go to war. So I was the only, and I was a blacksmith, I guess.
Wait, did you just say 40 was too old to go to war?
Back then.
What? Wow.
I took 15-year-olds. They didn't want a 40-year-old.
Gosh.
You weren't creating a fire in 1660. Were you the one who created it?
No. God, I hope not. It was a Great London Fire. Anyway.
That's amazing, Deb.
God, I hope I didn't. So it's pretty interesting. So that was it. I think that was, do I have any more? I think.
No, I don't.
No, that's it. Oh, Zach has a question?
Hey guys, it's really loud here, so I thought I would put it in the chat for you.
Okay. Here's a question. Have you heard of people saying they removed their chakra system? Is that possible?
I've heard of it, but I don't believe it.
No, it's not possible. If they don't have a chakra system, they are not human. They are not spiritual. They are not. They're probably robotic or something like that. So no, it's not possible.
It's like the body's energy field, isn't it? Circulating around. You need the chakra system to circulate it.
Yeah, they're not. They're not an energy. Even energies have some sort of energies are higher beings. They're higher dimensional beings. You know what I mean? They're not of the light. They're not of. Then they are. You know what I mean? Let me our creator, but say it so it makes sense and I'm not babbling.
I call them empties. I've called them empties since I was a child. The empties, like a video of people, and they're not real, not quite real. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not it.
Right. So that
Delia, who just joined?
My husband.
Hello.
Hi. His name is Darwin, and I was wondering if he can get a scan and a healing.
We're doing a what? What time?
Scan and a healing. Rick scans. I get the download. You do the hands.
Okay.
Brought me immediately to arthritis. Arthritis, bursitis. All throughout his body. That's the first thing that's being healed. Got a blood disorder, blood. There's something going on with your blood. Something. Low iron, low. He's doing a correction to his blood. He's got low. He's got low iron. Very low levels. I'm not sure if he's had issues with cancer or in the past.
Yes.
Okay, and he's trying to get your levels balanced with your blood. You've got some vitamins missing, so Creator's going to pump the needed vitamins and minerals that you're lacking from treatments that you've had. He wants you to drink water or juices in a lot, as much as you can. Just purify your water, by doing it yourself. You don't have to go out and buy special water. But he's going to be putting in the nutrients that you need in your blood. He will be doing that. Go out in nature, in your yard, a few times a day. Just go out and get the energy from the sun. And you don't have to sit in the sun, directly. Get it through the window if it's too much for you, but go out in the fresh air, put your feet in the grass, ground yourself. Drink some water, a lot of water. He's put some energy in you. That's going to be fortifying you. It's going to go on for several days. Okay.
Okay.
So I say my bit, Deb?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I can't diagnose, I'm not a doctor, but I did feel bladder problems and out of balance, energy out of balance. And what I would do is get a glass of water every day, like that, fill it up, and just send love energy into it. So think of the moment, the best moment you've ever had in your life. Put your hand over it and just visualize it going into the water and then drinking it. Yeah, I do think you need clearing, like a clear out. So yeah, I agree with that.
You want to ask? Do you see anything with regards to my eyesight, my vision?
Is that you, Deb?
Well, no, but before we came here, you asked for certain experiences. So if we don't see it, that's something you asked for.
We were more concerned with your energy balance. If that's your reason you're here is because of your eyesight, the only way you might be able to try something is try and connect to your brain and try and reprogram your eyes, try and flush them out. It might be just a reason why you're having that. This is why you've got to experience that. But you can try it by clearing, basically. So you like flush your eyes out with white light, but then connect to your brain if you're neither, and try and tell your brain that you need to have a look at your eyesight. I can't guarantee it, but that's the way I would do it. I should have wore glasses 20 years ago, and I'm still not wearing them. So, and that because that's what I do. I try and cheat the system, try and get your brain to work better on your eyesight, because your brain can fix most things in your body. So try and connect to your brain, and also use and try and flush your eyes. So your eyes work better. Yeah.
All right.
Does that help?
What's a good source of white light?
I was thinking moonlight, actually. I was thinking moonlight energy, just channel moonlight energy. Put your two hands here and just visualize the energy going through, and then connect to your brain to say, look, can you, you're not doing your job quite well. Can you look at your eyes and try and fix them? Yeah.
Okay.
But as Deb said, it is probably an experience you need to go through. But I'm supposed to have that experience, but I don't agree with it. So
right. And once this healing happens with the blood and the all the minerals, your eyesight may be part of that comes back because of the minerals that you're lacking. So that could be part of it as well. And I'm getting that information too. So wait until all of the healing happens that's completed. That could be.
We drink RO water that's been stripped of minerals. Is that an issue?
No.
No.
Just clean water.
But try and send energy into it, love energy. Best part of your ever life, send it in, because then you're giving an high vibe into your balance system, high vibration.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
Are we going to do the halo at the end? Have we got time?
Yeah.
Yes, please. That's the best part.
Shall we do it now? Is there any questions? I don't think yes, is there?
I don't see any more.
Done.
Bobby said she wanted to share something. Is she still here?
No, I think he's answering.
No, she's there.
I'm still here. I try not to, overpower anybody or what they want to take care of during the session, but I've been trying to be really reserved, but it won't let me leave without sharing this, for it's meant to resonate with some of you here. I was supposed to share that today I was thinking I was going to be somewhere else today. When I seen the post of the group session, I thought, oh no, I'm going to miss that. And then I said, but you know, I have to be in this other place. We're laying to rest some family members, but because I've been ill, I didn't want to go and risk that. So I was very upset about that. I didn't know how my day was going to go, but then I remembered that the session was going on. In this session, there was many things that I resonated with, like things that Victoria was talking about. There was coming some clarity on that, just some more confirmations. Things like I was going to ask for a healing possibly, but I was like, no, you know, I'm pretty much getting over my stuff, let everybody else get their healing. And then Wendy's son came on and said, I have that cough. And I was like, oh, thank you. You know, so he asked for that and it resonated with me because I needed that. When Alina was talking about feeling alone and going through an awakening, I could really resonate with those things as well, because many people have talked about that and I've experienced it drastically as well. And having those walls about those people that you're running into that you can't really communicate with. So that was really resonating. So it just was kind of, I'm sharing this because it goes to show that no matter what we think or what we think we have to control, there's always a reason that everything happens, even though it's a bittersweet that I can't be there at the funeral. Like this was more important for me to be here in this moment, to be able to understand the things that are going on and to get those confirmations, those signs, those synchronicities. So that way it helps myself be more in line with who I am and in my journey. And so much that we want to do is control every aspect. And somebody was talking about patience too. I think possibly Victoria might have brought that up about being patient. I had a lesson about always being patient because we want to always do. And we have to really stop and live in that moment because we're always trying to go on to that next thing that we think that we have to do. In reality, we're missing out on that intimate moment that we're supposed to be learning. And that's why cycles repeat itself, because we miss that moment because we're either living in the past of what happened, or we're always wondering about what's the future instead of missing out about what's going on now. So a lot of these things are coming to me today, and I had a lot of insight and connectivity, like the backache, and I was like, someone's got a lot of tension in their back in this group. I don't know who it is. I'm not going to say nothing, but I'm just going to wait. And then Davina came in, and you're like, you're back. You know, it's like right there, and I'm like, oh, as soon as you started healing there, it started going away. You know, so I connected with a lot of you today on a very deep energetic level, and I appreciate everything that you do, everything that you bring to us to wake up that knowledge. But I wanted to share this. Not actually, I didn't. I gotta put that. I did not want to have to share this, but it wasn't letting me leave. I kept going, please, I have something to share. Can I say something? But I was being missed, so I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't. But I'm like, no, I have to say this because Spirit won't let me not. So, but I just wanted to say that I hope that resonated with someone for a little bit more understanding and trying to maybe release and take our hands off the wheel for a minute and just let it be and enjoy that moment. Because I had a lot of clarity and reflection during my time of illness here, and that's some of the perception that I've been given and was told to pass on to. So that's what I wanted to share.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Is it the Atlantis Halo now? Yep.
Yes, great. Thank you.
This is what I was taught in Atlantis when I was Ascended Master, and I brought it in about 10 years ago when I was getting attacked by demonic energy, and it cleared it. So I've been using it, healing twice a week for 20 years. Well, 10 years, sorry, when I started using it when I was told about it. And what you've got to do is you've got to visualize, with your eyes closed, a halo above your head. It can be about 3 foot. Remember, the chakras can be quite high up, so they can be 10 foot. A big white light, beaming white light, and an angelic white light. The flames that come from the halo are angelic flames, so they might change color depending what you need. and it comes all the way down to your crown chakra. Now, if it stops at a certain point, it means that you need this at that point. It's a grounding technique. It's also an healing technique. It can also remove entities, attachments. It can do the full lot. So when it comes down to your head, it goes up again 2 inches, and then it goes down 4 inches, and it keeps on going up 2 inches, down 4 inches, nice and slow. So it should be white light. If it changes color by your mind's eye, that's fine. So it keeps on going till it's in your throat chakra, and it can give energy into all your chakras like a figure 8 balancing act. So it can actually tune your energy field as well. So let it go 4 inches down, 2 inches up, 4 inches down, 2 inches up. Let it go nice and slowly. You might see different colors. Make sure your eyes are closed. It's good with meditation music if you want to do this in the future. And then it goes up to your root chakra, and it's removing anything that shouldn't be around you. So it keeps on going down. Visualize it, and then it's going down your legs. 2 inches up, 4 inches down, 2 inches up, 4 inches down, till it gets to your feet. And it goes to your feet. And then channel moon energy into your crown chakra and just push anything that's coming to your aura field, any negativity it's brought out, right down to where your halo is, and then down into the earth. And just let it absorb. And just give it a few minutes, just rest a few minutes. And then after this, just drink a glass of water. It was a bit quick that, but that should be okay. Right. And remember, if it stops at a certain point, just let it stay there. It's just clearing. Okay. Right. Thank you, everyone. Anyway, bye. Is that it then? That.
I just had the weirdest experience. My husband came into the room and said, "Who moved the dining room table?" And I said, "What are you talking about? It's been up against the wall for a week since we painted it. We haven't put it back where it really belongs." And he's like, "What are you talking about? It was in the middle of the room. Why is it on the wall? Who moved it?" And we're like, "Bob, you're in an alternate reality. It has not been moved. It's been 2 weeks." And then he comes in from the other side and he goes, "Where are all these boxes from?" He literally just ordered some stuff, and there's stuff that he ordered, he put on the wall, and he's like, he has no recollection of it. So this is going to be interesting this afternoon. Oh gosh, I guess it's always something, right, to just show us that our reality is really a creative art, unique and educational. You just never know what source is going to bring us. Thanks, Father.
Wendy, how long have you been using the halo now?
I have. I've been using it a while.
Yeah, it's good.
I actually like to use it sometimes when I wake up in the morning, but I like to use it at the end of the night, right before I go to bed, because it just brings you into this moment, and you can feel it clearing and working, and then you're just nicely grounded, and that makes for such a beautiful sleep.
Well, I want
That's
to
rid of all that day's stress.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I want to thank you all. 2 weeks from today will be the spending time with Metatron. So same place, same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then next month,
Okay.
I can't believe it's December already.
And Phil, if you want to plug your video.
What video? Oh, do you want to plug
the session?
You can plug me video that you're putting out.
All right, I'll do it. So I actually have a video that's getting ready to release. Phil and I did a session. So when we did our healing session, some very fun and interesting things came up. And so I'd like to invite you to find that. We're going to share it on the Lightworkers group, but if you want to find me on Wendy J. Napolitano, my Facebook page. You can do that too. I'll send it. I've sent the link to Phil so he can put it on his page as well. And then just go out there and find it. It premieres at 3 o'clock, so that should be in just under an hour from now. We do some healing of the heart for him, and also visit the Temple of Ra. And there's some descriptions that he gives along the way, and then some other exciting things that happen. Oh, thank you so much for pulling that up, Davinia.
Oh, great. Send it to me so I can put it on my page.
I will definitely do that. I will definitely do
great.
that, Deb.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet.
You have? Oh, and I sent it to you right after. It's been a while. It's been a while.
I don't like listening to myself.
It's very interesting. Sometimes you're just like, oh.
I remember talking to Ra in light language, and then he started speaking English because
oh my God,
he was taking the fun out of me. So.
It was funny. It was one of those laughable moments. So anyway, yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Okay. Thanks everyone.
All right, thanks. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye. Love.
Till next time.
Bye.